This is just hideous. It's just like, who are you walking up on? Because I'm already mad, so don't walk up on me. There is nothing expensive on her body. Hey guys, we're back with RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17, Episode 6, and this week's the Unconventional Challenge. So, I pulled out this hat I made. It's as unconventional as I can give you. It's a hat that I made with a hat that I got from the dollar store, from Daiso, and some fringe that I ordered online, and I made this, so it's a nod to the unconventional. But anyway, let's get into this week's outfits. There's 3 categories, so let's get into all 3. Let's talk about really quick, while Ru is going over their garments with them, Sam Starr says that Charles Barkley is her godfather. I'm like, what? That is not what I was expecting to hear. But it's nice to hear that he, went to one of her shows, because that's not very basketball player of him to go to a drag show. So it's nice to see some people in the basketball community and those sports communities and all those communities, they can be, to some level, accepting of the dolls. Because he really did go to her show and was tipping. And that's not, like I said, you wouldn't expect no basketball player to do that. So it's nice to know that some people in, sports really, can be allies. Okay, now On Your Nerve spray painted, along with Arietti, on Lexi's garment. Let's see how that happened. Now, the first thing my mind went to was where was production? Because production wasn't just letting them be outside by themselves. There was someone from production somewhere around. So you mean to tell me no one from production was just wait, you guys, that's Lexi's, that's not tarp to use to cover the floor. That's actually Lexi's. Because they were not just outside, just them. Somebody from production was there. So somebody could have told them, wait, you guys, no, wait, don't do that. That's Lexi's tarp. But, okay, that's the first thing. But when Lexi came in the room and asked, and On Your Nerve did not say nothing, just looked at her, I have a problem with that, because it's just you should have said oh my, I didn't know that was yours. And I get it, you were essentially oh my gosh, she's mad, and you didn't want to speak to her, but say it then. Or if you're not going to say it then, when she came back, don't have an attitude, because I have a problem with you having an attitude with her being upset, because she had every right to be upset. So you should not have had no attitude, and it was giving very much no remorse, and that's where I have a problem. Because in the way Arietti immediately was just oh, I didn't know it was there, and she immediately was just she sounded remorseful already. On Your Nerves just sounded defensive and not remorseful. So it's I needed you to give it oh my god, it's and Arietti didn't necessarily be oh my gosh, but you could tell she felt bad. Whereas On Your Nerve just gave a defensive tone, and it didn't sound like she felt bad. And that's where I have a problem. And then you walk, and then you're yelling when they're talking about it. You're yelling at Lexi, and you walk up on her. It's when she walked up on her for me, because that's when I would have been I'd have to be who are you walking up on? Because I'm already mad, so don't walk up on me. Because we gon' because I don't like On Your Nerve's tone, and I don't like the way she has a tone in her conflicts. And that's because nothing's ever her fault. It's always defensive tone. When sometimes she has a tone when she's wrong, and I have a problem with that, and I would be no, watch your tone, or are we fighting? And this would be a case where I'd be like that with her, because I'm wait, hold on, you messed up my stuff, accident or not. There's no reason for you to be coming at me with no tone and walking up on me. And then later Lexi comes and says, hey, can we go talk, essentially talk it out? And you still kind of had a defensive tone then. So I'm no. You messed up here. You better not ever have no tone. It should all be a remorseful tone, and that's it. Not no defensive tone getting loud with me. And she no, Lexi's a better woman than me, because I'd have beef with her for a little bit longer, because I don't like how she handled it. Okay, first, before the unconventional challenge with the garbage, I guess they also had to bring a look. And the first one is bathing beauty. So it needs to be a swimsuit. They didn't make this themselves. They brought this. Let's see. But first, let's talk about what Rue is wearing real quick. She looks gorgeous, but one thing, it's a small thing, but it's a thing that I'm always going to notice and clock, is when you have a slit, I'm going to need it to be lined in the back. I'm going to need the fabric to be lined because Rue, we expect more from you, and you just can't have no garment that's not lined. You just can't when you have a slit. Like I'm seeing the back of that fabric with that where that slit is, and it's taking me out of it. Like, yeah, no. But other than that, she still looks good. But it's a small thing, and it's just like it's something that could easily be changed. So it's a little detail, but I mean it's a little detail. We notice it because we expect a lot from you. So let's get that. But still, even a little thing like that can't. She's still gonna always give. Is Rue, but I clocked it. First, we have Scarlet Envy. Scarlet Envy is giving us very much like Barbie, pinup vibes, that iconic Barbie. I like the big brush. I will say she could have cut off a few inches from the bottom because it does make her look a little shorter than she needs to, just so we could have seen a little bit more leg and just elongate her a little bit more. But I like holding the brush. I like that she pulls it off and we then see a bathing suit. So that's a good way to do a reveal. I like the reveal coming forward. The reveal underneath is that iconic bathing suit. I like it. She pulls out the little bang, which is a cute little touch. There's nothing really wrong with it. Like, it's cute. Sam Star, she kind of did the same thing with the reveal coming forward. I like it. Itsy bitsy, tight, teeny weeny bikini with the polka dots kind of vibe. Like, yeah, it's a cute little. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just fine. But I mean, yeah, we've seen it before. But I mean, it's fine. It's made well, and so there's nothing I can say about that. But it's like, it, since this is the second time we're seeing it, it is kind of boring, especially with the same reveal, and we already saw one. But like, I like the hair. Like, it's fine. It's nothing new because I've already seen one, and that one was enough. But that's not her fault, really. But it's nice. Jewel Sparkles, it's just tacky all around. It looks like she glued spray painted cheap metallic chain to pantyhose, because it literally just looks like pantyhose and chain. It just is tacky. It's like, what is it giving? Like, it just is giving very cheap. And then the fabric for the bra is cheap. Like, all of the material used is giving cheap, inexpensive fabrics and materials, and it's just all around cheap and tacky. It's no. It's just bad. Lydia B. Collins, like, I like it because it's camp, because it's like the balls. We've actually never actually seen anything like it before because it's so crazy. We've never seen anything like it before. It's funny. And she said she wanted to make Rue laugh, which it does that. Like, but it's also kind of cool. Like, there is a design to it too. Like, it's the balls and then the bulge, and the bulge goes all the way up, and there's one on her back. But then I also like the design of the sides being ties all along the sides. Like, it's actually kind of cool. The one thing I will say is either come out with a matching black or brown towel, or just no towel, because that white towel just takes away the fantasy. She didn't need to come out with it, or she is going to come out with a towel, have it be black or brown, but not that white. It's just like takes us out of it, because that white is too bright and takes us away from like the story. So either no towel or find a black or brown one. But yeah, but it's a gag, and it's kind of something we've never seen before because it's so crazy and funny, but it's good. Okay, Anya Nerve, one thing about her, she puts herself together really well. She may piss me off sometimes and make me be like, somebody need to, because you got an attitude and you be trying it sometimes, but she puts herself together really well, and this white is no exception. It looks lovely on her. Like, it's gorgeous. She looks pretty. Like, yeah, no, it's giving. Like, she looks pretty. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, she brought the white down to her shoe. It's expensive. It's just like, yes, she brought it. She did bring it. I will say though, again, I do see the breastplates on the sides. Even though it's sheer, we still clock them. But it's like, we can't clock it as bad because there's obviously sheer over it. But I'm almost like, you didn't need to do a breastplate, because if we're going to see the breastplate, don't do it. If we're going to see it at all, don't do it. because it would have been just as good without the huge, like she could have just stuffed them or something, or just like a bra. Like I'd almost rather you not have huge boobs if we're going to see the breastplate on the side, or make this part of the fabric darker sheer so it's like we see less of it. Do something, but I clock the sides, and I saw it a little bit of it right here too, so it's like, but it still looks really good on her, so it's I still like it. But watch it on the breastplate. Corey King, no, because what we're not going to do is come out in something bought from Amazon, because that shark suit is very much bought from Amazon. And then when you do a reveal, the bodysuit also looks like you bought it from Amazon. No, there is nothing expensive on her body, and that is a problem. Like, everything looks like you could have bought it from Amazon, and that's the problem. No, no, Corey King, how dare you? Arietti, ooh, it's giving very much like couture, like Avatar. Like, yes, she is blue everywhere. It's done really well. Like, yes, Arietti, this is good. Like, it's giving very much resort, very much resort Avatar, and I'm living for it. Like, yes, yes, Arietti. In case you forgot, I like it because it's kind of like beach ball, and we see that storyline again. Storyline, I like a storyline. And it's like very like cool and like fun and like so it's like it's not serious. So I like that kind of, I like the perspective of that. Like, it's like fun and like flirty and flouncy and bubbly and beach and summer and giving all that. Like, I like it because it's like the rings go all the way up, so it's just like giving drama. Like, I'm into it. I'm into it. I will say though, small details that I will notice, because I'm always going to notice things like this. I either see her like undergarments or her corset or whatever underneath the pads on her hips. So it's like, we should not see anything through your pantyhose on your hips. So do whatever you need to do to fix it. But it's small detail, but I clocked it. So hide that, because you got to remember that light is going to hit you when you're on that stage, so we're going to see things even more. So make sure your padding's not showing, like the undergarments or whatever's underneath, make sure it's not showing through your pantyhose on the sides, on your hips. Like, but I still like it. Lexi Love, I live. She's naked. She's got all that hair. It says the censored there. Like, it's giving, it's good. It's like, it's very provoking. Like, I like it. Like, yes, it's simple, but it's provoking, and I like it. Like, it's good for the runway. Like, I'm not mad at you, Lexi. Like, it's like very jarring, like, and that's what you should do. So it's like, and some may argue that it's just like hair and a sign, but like, no, there's like a storyline to it, and it's giving edgy, and it's like provoking. So I'm into it. Like, it's giving, like, yes. Susie Toot. Okay, you know what? This is very her, playing up at that era. The mustache is kind of unexpected, but it's like, it's a gag that we weren't expecting, so it's good. So I'm actually not mad at it. And I will say the colors are kind of drab, but again, like, there's something about it that I like, because since the mustache and the hair is so orange, it kind of makes it okay that the clothing's so drab. So it's like, I kind of don't mind it, and it's kind of like a moment still. So I don't know, but I'm gonna say it's okay. Like, because it's her, and there's like a storyline there, and I do like a good storyline. When you tell us a story with your outfit, I'm into that. So, and that's what she's doing, so I do like that. Harmona Lisa, I don't know, it looks cheap to me. Like, something about it looks cheap. She has a bubble machine in her hand, whatever, but like, something about it just looks cheap. It's just like, no, the fabric, something, the way something about it is just cheap, and it's just no. Lana Jarre, she is oiled down, shining, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful skin. But the swimsuit itself, very basic. It's just too basic. It looks too plain, like she could have got it off the rack. It's like, no, there needs to be a little oomph factor, because it's a runway, so it's too plain and basic, and nothing about it pops. So yeah, no, beautiful skin, but it's too basic. She could have bought that swimsuit is like easily off the rack. Like, no. The next one is Sea Creature Couture and Crystal Envy, is giving us puffer fish. We see the puffer fish. It's good. It looks expensive. It's well made. Come on, puffer fish. It's giving puffer fish. Yes. Her makeup's beautiful. I like the headpiece. Yeah, it's giving. Lydia B. Collins as an anglerfish. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I don't really see it. It looks a little too like store-bought costume of it, and less like interpreted as a fashionable way, and like loosely based off of it. It's kind of like, well, let me find some costume that's fish-like and try to make it look like this when they don't look anything alike. And then the little costume itself just looks cheap and tacky and store-bought. Like, no, all of it's giving very much store-bought Amazon vibes, and it's like, and I actually don't see the resemblance to the actual fish. So yeah, no. Samstar Viperfish. Yeah, I see the resemblance, and then there's like a narrative with like the chain around, and like it's like, yeah, like it's interpreted in a kind of like an edgy high fashion way, so I like that. Yeah, like I see it. I'm not mad at it, Samstar. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I do see it. I see it. I'm not mad at it. Ariete, this is what I'm talking about. Again, you see the inspiration of that lionfish, but it's turned into a very femme real life way, and it looks expensive and gorgeous, and it's just beautiful. Like, it might be my favorite because it's like obvious what the inspo is, but then like it's just made so luxe in the way it's done, and just very femme, and just like interpreted into like actual clothing, like an actual garment. Like, it's interpreted like from the inspiration, but done in a very femme, beautiful, luxe, expensive way. Like, yes, Ariete, just yes. Yes, like it's giving my favorite. It could be, because it's just so good. On Your Nerve, African Sea Star. Yes, On Your Nerve. Yes, like I said, it's loosely inspired by it, but turned into a very femme way. One thing about On Your Nerve, she brings it to the runway. She does bring it to the runway. I may have a problem with the way she handles stuff backstage and stuff sometimes, but like, she actually brings it to the runway and serves. Because this is like, I see the inspiration of that fish, but then it's like interpreted in a very like chic, put together, edgy way, and I'm like, yes, I know that. Yes, you better give. You better give. Yes, it's like nothing about it is giving store-bought anything. It's giving very custom. It's giving like couture. Like, yes. Dual sparkles as a Spanish dancer. Yeah, I see it. I see it, and it's beautiful. I like that it has like the airbrushed boobs all the way. It's gorgeous. Like, we see the inspo. It's interpreted in a very femme, beautiful way. Like, it's gorgeous. Yes. Susie Toot, a coconut shell octopus. I kind of loosely see the inspo. It's leaning a little bit more cartoonish fish and less like the actual. But I don't know if I mind that. But it's something about it's giving me almost more of like a crab cartoon or something. But I still like the way it's made. And I like the arms and the shoe and like the hair that she's chose with it. Like, so there's something about it that's like very elevated. And though it may not necessarily look exactly like the inspo and look more like a cartoon crab or something, there still is a storyline with it and a level of like luxeness almost. It doesn't necessarily look cheap. It does look kind of look luxe, or like at least elevated. So, and again, there's a story to it. So I do like it. It's not as good as the others, but like, I like where I do still kind of like I like the overall look in the end. So it's like, because I see it kind of like, I kind of see Katy Perry performing in it or something. So there is something about it that's at least for the stage. But does it like knock you off your feet, just like exquisite and the most best beautiful thing made? No, but like, it's still made well and is meant for a stage. So, I mean, there's that. Because I mean, I kind of can see it in like The Little Mermaid on Broadway or something. So like, it does look expensive, actually. Like, it does look expensive. Like, there's nothing about it cheap. It's just not as expensive looking or as like wow as some of the others, but like, it is pretty wow. Like, it's like I said, it could easily be a Little Mermaid on Broadway or something. Like, it's ready for a stage for sure. It's stage worthy for sure. So she looks good. Like, yeah. In case you forgot, a feather star. Yeah, it's like a little bit too literal because yeah, you used feathers, but like it doesn't look like the feather star enough. And it just looks like a regular showgirl costume. Like it's just giving a showgirl costume and not enough like the inspo of the fish. And then it's kind of like she was like, oh well, it's feathers, so it's a feather, and it's like no, that's not enough. Like because it still looks like a showgirl costume. It should look like the fish that you're trying to take like influence from. So inspiration, like it's like I don't see the inspiration other than like the way that it falls, but like I said, that's just how a garment falls for a showgirl outfit. So no. And then like, or at least do the colors of the inspo. Like why is it like it's red, like the actual fish has different colors in it and yours is literally just red. Like no, it just looks like a showgirl outfit. Like no. Furry King Mandarin fish, I like loosely see the inspo, but I would like to have seen more orange in it and then we would get it a little bit more. But like it's almost like, I don't know, with the gray hair, I'm almost getting a little bit of like Elsa vibes too. Like it's almost giving a little bit more like winter vibes because it's missing that orange. So I don't know if it's like, I loosely see the fish, but not really. Like it's like no. And yeah, it doesn't look cheap or anything like that and compared to the first Amazon one she had, but like it's just, I'd like to see more. Like it could be better. It definitely could be better and look more like the fish. Like I'm not saying look exactly like it, but like the inspo is like almost too loose. Like if we got some of the orange, we'd see it more. Like this to me is just looks more like, I don't like, we should at least be able to recognize the fish. Don't know, it doesn't need to look exactly like it, but we should be able to recognize it. And when I see this coming out, my mind goes to Frozen. So not that fish. So I don't know. That's kind of a problem because we should be able to see the fish. And then even after seeing the fish, I'm still like, will I still see Frozen? So that's a problem. No. But it's not bad. It's just not enough like that fish. There is a little bit of orange at the bottom, but it's like, it's not enough to like take me out of that Elsa vibe. Like it's still giving me winter. Like I bring more orange up, then maybe we'll see the fish more. But like adding the orange being only at the bottom like that, it's like it's not like, because it's only orange at the bottom and like we need more of that orange like throughout because that fish has it throughout. So it's just like no, I don't see it enough. I'm like, cut that orange part off. It's just an extra from Elsa. It's just an extra from Frozen. Yeah, no. Lexi Love, you know what? Purple Stinger Jellyfish. I see it. I do see it. Like again, she's inspired by it, but it's made into a very femme way. It's like it goes down, so of course nothing has too much volume, just like the actual thing, the actual fish, a headpiece. The mug is beautiful. I see it. I see the inspiration. It's nice. It's really good. It's good. Like, and it's very her still. Like, I like it. I do. Harmona Lisa, a leafy sea dragon. No. Again, this just looks like an Elsa extra, and it actually looks nothing like, I don't see the inspiration of the actual fish, like the sea dragon, whatever. Like no, like you just took the colors from it and that's not enough. Like no, it's because it's like you took the colors from it and made a gown, which you always wear this, and it's the same cut gown you wear all the time, and then on top of that the fabric looks actually cheap. Like no, this is just no. You did the same silhouette you always do, fine, but then on top of that it's a cheap fabric and we don't see the reference, anything from the reference. Like no, it's just like no, you're not just gonna wear the gown you always wear and try to call it the reference. Like no. You tried it, Hermona, you tried it. Lingerie, purple sea urchin, and I do see the purple sea urchin. Like it's, yeah, and I like that I like all the fabrics that she used, like the different fabrics. The one's almost like a puff coat fabric, almost, it seems. Like whatever it is, it's like it has a nice sheen to it, and then it's with the glitter, and then she has the gloves, so everything's creating pointy lines. So she even brought the pointy on the eye makeup. Like The hair is good. Like, I will say that hair could have been made pointy somehow too, but whatever, that's fine. And she's, yeah, it's giving. It's like, it looks good. Like, again, this actually could be in a musical too for Little Mermaid, but like this one is is done in like a high fashion chic way though. So I like this. I do like this. Like, yeah, she brought it with this. The only thing I'll say is I don't know if I like the shoe with the clear. I almost would have liked it to have been a black shoe or something, just something to like continue with the black, because something about that clear shoe, my eye is going to it and it's like standing out a little too much. But like, yeah, it's like a little bit, it kind of throws me off, but I still like it. And yeah, it's technically a bodysuit, but it's like elevated and it makes sense why it's a bodysuit. So it's like it plays with the points. So it's like it's not just a bodysuit, like it's more than that. And it's like there's a story to it, and it's like creating lines with the points, like I said. But like, yeah, it's just a shoe. It's really just that shoe that I'm like, I don't know, I would have liked to have seen a black shoe, but still good. I do like it still. Okay, finally, Sea Sickening Eleganza. This is what they made, the Unconventional challenge. First up is Crystal Envy. This looks gorgeous, but what I will say is it that unconventional? Because the fabric she chose, whatever that material is essentially a fabric. So is it that unconventional? Not really, but it does look good. It does. It does. Well, you know what? She did use lays and loofahs, she said. So she did use unconventional pieces, actually. No, it is unconventional. Yeah, she did. Yeah, it is. But I like it. I do like it. Jewel Sparkles. You know what? While it is essentially a bodysuit, there's a storyline to it, and it's put together well, so I'm not mad at it, actually. Because it is tarp, and the way she manipulated it, and, like, did, like, the shoulder detail, and then she has, like, the red, whatever she used for the red, like, there's a storyline there, and for that, you know what? I'm like, it's more than just a bodysuit, so I do like it. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Would it have been interesting if that red part was like tight form fitting and then went down a little bit longer to the floor or something like that, just so that it's a little bit more? That could have been interesting, just so that it's a little bit more. But I don't know, maybe she didn't have enough of that red stuff or something, but I don't know. But just something like that would have just really took it over a little bit more. Something, a little touch like that would have took it over a little bit more, because it would have gave a little bit more than just a bodysuit. But I still like it. Yeah, I like the story of it. Lydia B. Collins, you know what? It's a interesting use of the pipes. So I like the way it's like going around her arm. Like, it's a little bit bulky in some way spots, but like I do like her perspective. Like there's a storyline there too, and it's constructed pretty well for it being pipes. So like, yeah, I like the direction she took with it. Yeah, I do. It's a little bit like robotic costume, like it's a costume for a robot kind of thing, but like it's more elevated than that, obviously. So like there's design to it for sure. There's a real design there, and for that I like. Um, yeah, I almost wonder if she had did black pantyhose, would it have looked a little bit more like almost luxe? Like, don't, like, it's okay to wear black pantyhose sometimes, because it might have just made it a little bit more like and a little bit almost more expensive. But that's like a little thing. But yeah, I like the design of it. There's a design there that I like. Sam Star, you know what? I live because she leaned into the trash of it all, and it's giving a beautiful trash gown. And that is a story right there. That is a trash story, and it works. Like, with the little pops of pink sprinkled in, it's giving volume. It's like it looks like something that's supposed to be in like an editorial spread. So I live like, it's trash, but she looks expensive and she doesn't look cheap, which is hard to do with literal trash bags. So, and she managed to give us that. So I'm into it. It's really good. I like it. It's giving drama. Like I said, bring drama to the runway. Yes. Okay, Samstar. Yes. Like, it's a little bit wicked coded with the pink and green too. Like, yes. Uh-huh. Now, one little thing, should she maybe have spray painted some of the balls that are going, the little like ping pong balls that are going up here, maybe spray painted some of those pink or green or yellow or something, because it's kind of like, well, wait, why did we introduce white? But it's small, and yeah, those clearish ones are fine. It's something about those white ones stand out too much. So if she had just made a couple of those pink and green, just so that it's the colors that are the main colors of the rest of the bags. But it's a small thing. But those white ping pong balls or whatever, they are kind of like taking away my attention. But but it's still it's constructed really well, and the storyline is good. Like, it's giving expensive trash. She's the queen of trash. So I like that. On your nerve. Okay, this is what she spray painted brown and messed up Lexi's garment for. And you know what? This kind of like a edgy, almost like military tone to it that I'm not mad at. Yeah, I'm not mad at. We've seen things like it before, yes, but I'm not mad at it. I like the headpiece. There's a storyline going on, and I like the storyline. It's good. Some of the others are better, but it is definitely good. It's definitely not bad. But yeah. Was it worth messing up her garment? Lexi's garment? I mean, I guess. I'm not like, whoa, this is amazing. I'm like, it's okay. But the other two runways, she brought it. But this is just okay. Compared to the other two runways, this is just okay. But I see the storyline. And I like a good storyline. So for that, I'm with it. Ariete. I see the storyline, and I know it's the fabric, but something about it just reads stiff. But it's still good, because I like what she's done with whatever that orange part is, almost creating almost like a lace detailing, if you will. And then she brought it onto the glasses and up into here. So, and I like the spray paint colors that she used, creating kind of like an ombre effect. So yeah, something about it's just a little bit like boxy and like stiff with the shape, but there's still a good design there. So for that, I like it. Like, it's not bad by any means. And like, she even like the inside has pink, like the lining, like everywhere sprayed really well. Like, yeah, it's just something about the fit, the way it's like fitting on her, but it's constructed really well, and like there's a narrative there that I like. So yeah. Susie Toot, she's kind of giving Amelia Earhart, and I see it, but it's not necessarily, the way it's done is just kind of like almost like blah. I see the narrative that she's creating, but it's just a little still like, I guess because it's hard to do brown, because it can look drab if there's not a lot going on or a lot of drama to it. On Your Nerve did browns, but like there was a little bit more of a drama to it, so it didn't necessarily look blah. This, for some reason, since the browns, the way she did it, and the cut of the dress, there's not much drama to it, so it's kind of coming off a little blah. But I like the storyline of Amelia Earhart, but like, it's just a little, something about it's just a little blah. It needs something more. I don't know if it should have been a gown or a train or something, like fabric got caught to her or something, but it just needs a little bit more to it to like have more interest to it, if you will. But yeah, I don't know, it's just a little blah. Corey King, I mean, it is just ropes glued to a corset, and there are times where you can do it and it not look like that. This pretty much looks like that. And you know what? It may not have looked like that actually if she kept with just the ropes. But when she added this blue fabric here, it immediately cheapened it, and it made your eyes go to, wait, no, I know what's going on here. It made your eyes be like, I know what's going on here. It's rope glued to a corset. But if it was all rope and if this part was also the rope going across, or even nothing going across, we might have been like, oh, you know what? That just looks like a dress. But cheap, and it's the fabric choice, that tacky blue, cheap synthetic looking fabric right here, and then across the arm, and then here it's like, oh no, we know what's going on. You're trying to add extra stuff to distract us, and all you did was ruin it because it made it tacky, and now we're like looking at it more and we're seeing like, no, because I don't mind the idea of like frayed edges at the bottom, like that all works, but it's like when you added that blue, you took us away from it and you added a cheap element and you drew our attention to the fact that, oh no, it's actually just glued onto, it's just ropes glued onto a corset. Like, yeah, no. And honestly, like, why not bring it floor length? Maybe, or like past or to the knee, like that might have been a little bit more interesting, something like that. But like, you did not need to add, one thing you didn't need to do is add that tacky fabric on the side. Like, it just cheapens it and it makes us realize what you did, and what you did does not look expensive. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. And it's like, and if you were gonna do that blue, couldn't you have found a blue shoe to make it make sense? Like, bring that blue down, because that blue just being here, and like here or whatever, it's giving like afterthought. Like, let me try to add some fabric to like spruce this up a little bit more. And it's like, no, make it a story. If you brought found a blue shoe, that same color, and brought that down, it would have been like, okay, well, the story is accents of blue because she brought it down. But when it's just here, it's giving like, oh, let me just add this. And it's like, no, too much is going on. And that takes away from it looking expensive. So because she added that, it immediately made it look cheap. And we know what it is. It's looking handmade. So yeah, no. Mm-mm. Oh no, and then I just realized the back, the fabric doesn't cover her butt. Like, so she must have ran out of the rope, and that's probably why she didn't make it floor length. But like the back, there's like there's none covering her butt. Like, it's obvious she ran out. Oh no, 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 no. And then if you were gonna run out on the back, like, why not take that tacky blue fabric and do something on the back with it? Like, no, we see where everything went wrong and where you tried to hide stuff. We see everything. Like, we see that you wanted to just disguise, you wanted to distract us with the blue. We see that you ran out of fabric on the back, like on your butt. Like, no, you needed to, no, because you not covering your butt in some way, with some way to disguise it, is a problem. Like, we should just not, it should just not end. The rope should just not end and look like it's like you ran out, because it just looks like you ran out, and it should never look like what happened. Yeah, no, Corey. In case you forgot, you know what? It's not horrible. Like, she did what she could with what she had, I guess. So it's not horrible. It's just very busy. It's very busy on the eyes. It's like it's on the shoes. It's like the fabric, like a lot's going on. But I will say the way she constructed it doesn't look horrible, the way it's constructed. But like, it's just too busy. And sometimes when something's too busy, it's a problem too. So because it's so busy, it's too hard on the eyes, and it's kind of like bad still. Even though there's something in the construction that's not horrible, the way it just looks, because it's so much on our eyes, it's still bad. Yeah, no. Lexley Love. Okay, so I'll say that the way that the fabric is moving, the way that that tarp rather is moving, that problematic tarp is moving, she's moving it like a garment, and it's like she's selling it, right? But I kept on expecting a reveal. So if there was a reveal, I'd like it more. But ultimately, she kind of just draped it in a way that has good movement. But outside of that, she kind of just glued little flower things onto tarp. And she sold it, yes, but it's really just, she didn't do much except glue those little pieces onto the tarp and like paint it or whatever. But like, it's moving well, but like, it still kind of looks like tarp. And it needed a reveal because it looks like a reveal. Like, it looks like something was under there for her to reveal. So it's like, since there's no reveal, it's like, wait, why is there no reveal? Because it looks like it lends itself to a reveal. Like, it's supposed to be a reveal. So yeah, no, it's like, I don't know. Like, she sold it. Don't get me wrong. She sold it. But, like, it's a little, it's still a little, it's still, like, almost like you didn't do that much. It's still, at the end of the day, tarp. And you're just, like, selling tarp. Now, if there were a reveal, I'd been like, okay, if there was something underneath, even if it was just like a bodysuit underneath, I would still be like, okay, you know what? There was a story and you like gave us a reveal, but like leaving it on, it's like, because it looks like it's supposed to come off. So, yeah, no. Her Mona Lisa, this is just hideous. It's just the shape of it does nothing for you. It looks all wobbly, like it's about to fall apart, like you glued these across, like the fabric itself is just hideous. Like, it's inexpensive. It looks like you made it yourself, and that's a problem. Like, it looks unconventional. Like, it's an unconventional challenge, and it shouldn't look like an unconventional challenge. Like, it's just really hideous. It's just really hideous. Oh no, it's just so bad. It is just so bad. Oh no, 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 no. Then she got a nude shoe. And the shoe looks very office. Like, it's just so bad. Because then the fabric, it looks like it's for the summer. Then you got an office serious shoe. Like, it's just so bad. It's just hideous. Her Mona Lisa. Ooh. No, 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 no. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Lingerie. You know what? You can tell kind of that it's unconventional fabrics just based off of the fact that like she's kind of moving slow, and just like you can like nothing looks expensive, but I mean that's the fabric and that's what it is. But the design that she did and made out of it is expensive. Like, the design of it is expensive, and it's constructed in an expensive way. So while the fabric itself or the materials itself may look cheap, the construction of it looks expensive, and the design of it looks expensive, and the way she's selling it looks expensive. So all of those things, it's like like it doesn't read unconventional materials because of how it's designed and constructed. So it's like you can ignore the fact that the materials itself, yeah, are obviously unconventional, but like it still looks like it takes away, so it looks like it's not unconventional because it's constructed, it's made, like there's a design there, and it's like, yeah, like the design is really good and she's selling it. Yeah, like it's constructed pretty well, and the design is good. So it's not like screaming unconventional. Like, you don't see it a mile away. Whereas like her Mona Lisa, you saw it a mile away. Like, oh, here comes an unconventional challenge that she made, and it's hideous. Like this, there's like a storyline to it. Like, there's like a chicness to it. So I like it. I like what she did with it. Ariete wins this week, and I agree, because that zebra fish or lionfish or whatever she did alone was enough for her to win, because it was just gorgeous. But I agree. She deserves it. No shade, I know it's a nice thing, but when they told her that a donation in her name is going to the foundation or whatever, that is nice. But I mean, could she have not just got the 5K too? Or also she get a 5K? It just seems like, we gonna give you 5K, but it's going for a donation. But I mean, it's nice. It is nice though. Our Mona Lisa and Lingerie are in the bottom, and I don't know if I agree, because in case you forgot, was just busy, and she should be in the bottom and not Lingerie, because like she literally just glued everything that she had onto tarp, and it's like it's too busy. Whereas like at least Lingerie's has like a design eye there. Like, I see that there was an eye and there was a level of design there. Whereas like in case you forgot just was just gluing a bunch of shit. Like no, like there's more design there, and the end look of Lingerie's looks better than In Case You Forgot, because In Case You Forgot just hurts the eyes because it's so busy, whereas at least Lingerie's has a design and like at least some level of chicness to it. So I don't know if I agree with Lingerie being in the bottom instead of In Case You Forgot. They lip sync, Lingerie wins. Lingerie deserved to win. She ate that lip sync up, and she slayed her Mona Lisa. She did. She was just giving her more. Like her Mona Lisa was trying. She really was, with her little tricks and gags, but it was just, it just could not compete with Lingerie, because Lingerie was just giving everything. Lingerie deserves to say. She does. And Harmona, it was time for you to go. It just was. Anyway, guys, this was this week's episode. If you guys like this video, then like and subscribe down below. Till next week. Bye, guys.